What if everything you've been told about money is backwards? What if cash, the thing most people treat as a safety net, is actually something far more powerful? Because here's the truth, cash isn't safety, it's control, it's leverage. And in a world built on debt, speed, and uncertainty, cash quietly decides who wins and who doesn't. Today we're breaking down the angle nobody talks about. The myth of cash as safety. Most people are taught one simple rule: save money for a rainy day. Emergency funds, 3 to 6 months of expenses, play it safe. And yes, on the surface, that's solid advice. But here's where the conversation stops and where it should actually begin. Because when you think of cash as only a safety net, you limit what it can actually do. You treat it like a cushion instead of a weapon. And that mindset, it keeps people stuck. Because safety is passive, power is active. Safety protects you from falling. Power lets you move forward on your own terms. The real function of cash. Cash does 3 things better than almost anything else. 1, it buys time. 2, it creates options. 3, it gives you negotiating power. Let's break that down. Time. When you have cash, you're not desperate. You don't have to take the first job offer. You don't have to accept bad terms. You don't have to rush decisions. Time is one of the most undervalued assets, and cash is what buys it. Options. Opportunities don't wait for you to get ready. They appear suddenly. A business deal, a market dip, a property, a partnership. If your money is locked away, tied up, or non-existent, you miss it. Cash lets you move instantly. And in today's world, speed wins. Negotiating power. This is where things get interesting. When you can say, I can pay today, everything changes. Prices drop. Doors open. People listen differently. Because cash removes uncertainty. And uncertainty is what most deals are priced around. This video is sponsored by JoBop, a powerful way to earn consistent and residual income. If you're creating content, building a brand, or even just getting started online, monetization can feel overwhelming. That's where JoBop comes in. Their affiliate program connects you with a high-converting offer you can share with your audience and earn commissions for every successful referral. What I love about it is how simple it is. You sign up, get your custom tracking links, and start promoting a real product everyone needs. No complicated tech, just a straightforward system designed to help you earn while providing real value. Whether you're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or running a blog, this is a practical way to build an additional income stream. And the best part? You're not selling something random. You're promoting a product that everyone needs and can genuinely help people. If you've been looking for a smart way to diversify your income, this could be your move. Click the link in the description to learn more and get started. Now, let's get back to the video, why the system downplays cash power. Now here's the uncomfortable question. If cash is so powerful, why doesn't anyone emphasize it this way? Because the system benefits when you don't have it. Think about it. When you rely on credit, you pay interest, you accept terms, you lose flexibility. When you rely on income alone, you depend on your job. You trade time for money. You stay reactive instead of proactive. But when you have cash, you don't need permission. And systems built on control don't reward independence, they manage it. That's why most financial advice focuses on investing long-term, locking money into accounts, thinking decades ahead. And while those things have value, they don't replace liquidity. Because you can be wealthy on paper and still be powerless in reality. The illusion of being rich. Let's paint a scenario. Someone has a high salary, investments in the market, retirement accounts, a house. On paper, they're doing great. But then something unexpected happens. Job loss, market crash, medical expense, economic shift. Suddenly, they can't access their wealth without penalties, selling at a loss, taking on debt. That's not power. That's fragility disguised as success. Now compare that to someone with significant cash reserves. They don't panic. They don't react emotionally. They move strategically. They can wait things out, buy when others are selling, step into opportunities others are forced to walk away from. That's the difference. Cash doesn't just protect you, it positions you. Cash versus investing, the balance nobody talks about. Now let's be clear, this is not an anti-investing message. Investing builds wealth, but liquidity creates freedom. And most people are over-invested and under-liquid. They chase returns, but sacrifice flexibility. They think, if my money isn't growing, it's wasting. But sometimes the best return is optionality. Having cash means you can deploy it when conditions are right. You're not forced to act at the wrong time. You can survive long enough to win. And survival, that's underrated. Because the people who stay in the game the longest usually win real-world power moves. Let's bring this into reality. Cash gives you the ability to walk away from bad deals, toxic jobs, or unfavorable terms without fear. Act fast. When an opportunity appears, you don't need approval or delays. Control risk. You're not over-leveraged or dependent on external factors. Think clearly. Stress clouds judgment. Cash reduces stress. And here's the key. The goal isn't to hoard cash forever. It's to use cash as a strategic advantage. Hold it when it gives you leverage. Deploy it when it creates momentum. That's power. The mindset shift. So here's the shift. Stop asking, how safe am I? Start asking, how much control do I have? Because safety can disappear, markets change, jobs disappear, economies shift. But control? Control is built. And cash, when used correctly, is one of the fastest ways to build it. Cash isn't just a buffer, it's a position of strength. In a world where most people are stretched, leveraged, and dependent. Liquidity is freedom. And freedom? That's the ultimate advantage. If this made you think differently, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to go deeper, click the next video in the upper left corner. That's where this conversation really starts to change how you see everything. Your future self will thank you.